Hello to everyone who's joining, and welcome to Monday Mind Shift. Just giving it a couple minutes to get everything set, get some more people joining us. I appreciate everyone who might be watching live as well. I appreciate those that will catch the replay. So thank you to all. All right, I see Amalia, you've joined us, and hopefully others will join us. Let me get rid of this music so you can hear my voice undistracted. And one challenge I've found with Restream is I can see the comments on LinkedIn, but I can't comment back. I can do comments which will send to YouTube, anyone who might be watching over there, but unfortunately I don't get to comment live, but I can throw this up there. Live from Metro Detroit. I didn't know you were in Metro Detroit. I actually lived in Pontiac for 9 months back in the early 90s. Thought I was going to freeze to death. Don't know how you guys do it, but because I know it's quite cold up there, especially these days. Anyway, let me go ahead and share what I have to share. So, welcome everyone. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Hope you're having a great Monday. Today, I want to share a conversation about vision-driven living, where you align your purpose with your actions. Take a moment to imagine this. You wake up every morning with a deep sense of clarity, knowing exactly why you're here, what you need to do, and how every step you take actually aligns with your greater purpose. No confusion, no hesitation, just a deep sense of fulfillment and momentum. Now, let me ask you, is this your current reality? Or is it more that you feel stuck, disconnected from the bigger picture? If you do, I'll tell you, you're not alone. The good news is today I want to share some things that will help you unlock principles to help you bridge the gap and bring your vision to life. I want to start with a fundamental truth. Your vision is your North Star, not just some lofty idea or vague dream, but a guiding force that gives your life meaning and direction. Vision driven individuals aren't simply reacting to life. They are designing their life. They're making decisions, forming habits, taking actions that align with their deeper purpose. When we learn to do this consistently, something incredible happens. You can actually create a life that feels authentic, impactful, and fulfilling. But it's where most people struggle. They have the vision, but they're not sure how to integrate it into their daily actions. And that's what I want to address today. So, my next question is, have you ever set a goal or envisioned a future for yourself only to find that your daily actions have a different story? Now, this misalignment happens for a few different reasons. The first is a lack of clarity. If you're not clear on your vision, if it's too vague, your actions get scattered. The second is fear, limiting beliefs. Maybe you know what you want, but that self doubt and fear stop you from taking those actions. And the thing that everyone has, distractions and daily pressures. Life is busy. There are a lot of things that are pulling our attention away from what really matters to us. But the thing is, your actions always reflect your deepest commitments. If you want to know what you're truly prioritizing, don't look at your vision board. Look at your daily habits, your schedule, your choices. Now, how do we bridge this gap? Let me share some actionable strategies. First of all, you have to define your vision with absolute clarity. A vague vision leads to vague action. Rather than saying, I want to be successful, you need to define what success looks like for you. Is it launching a business, becoming a thought leader, creating a lasting impact in your industry? Get really specific here. Then the second step is to reverse engineer your future. Once you have a clear target, a clear vision, it's about working backwards. If you have a 5-year goal to build a successful brand, where do you need to be in 3 years? Where do you need to be next year? Where do you need to be in 6 months? What do you need to do today? The idea here is to break the big vision down into those manageable, tangible steps. Starting, going from the big vision, the long term, breaking it down more and more and more until you have a path, step by step. Third is to cultivate what we call identity-based habits. Don't focus on what you want to achieve. Focus on who you need to become. If your vision is to be a world-class leader, then you want to ask yourself, what are the daily habits, the mindset shifts, the skills does that person have? And then start living it today, right now. Our fourth is aligning our environment for success. Your surroundings, your physical and digital surroundings, can either push you towards your vision or pull you away from it. So take an audit of your daily environment. Look at the people, the content, the habits you engage with. Are they reinforcing your vision or distracting you from it? And finally, take aligned, consistent action. Massive change won't come from those occasional leaps. It comes from that consistent daily action. Even if it's just one small step each day, each of those little steps will compound into massive results over time. Because progress is much more powerful than perfection. All right. This part is critical. Your mindset. It's not just about having a vision, even a very clear, specific vision. You have to embody it. This requires that we shift from hoping that things will happen or change to deciding, to committing that those changes will happen. You will make them happen. The most successful vision-driven individuals aren't waiting for the right moment. They're looking at how to create the right moment. You see, you have to operate as if your vision is already real. Speak like it, walk like it. Make your decisions from that mindset of the future you. Because once you align your beliefs, your habits, and your actions with your vision, your success becomes inevitable. So now I challenge you. What is one action you can take today to align more deeply with your vision? It might be a simple task like journaling that 5-year vision, making a bold decision, or just removing a distraction that's pulling you off course. Whatever it is, commit to it today, because alignment doesn't happen in the future. It's not someday. It has to happen now. Remember this. You're not just a passive observer of your life. You're the architect. It's your story. What will your next chapter be? When you align with your purpose and your actions and they operate in harmony, you won't just live your life, you'll lead it. Let's see. I have some comments. Yes. I'm feeling cold just thinking about it, Amalia, because for me, it's about 65, 70 degrees in Guatemala, which is why I live here. Actually, yeah, it's in the 70s. Yes, it's distractions. There are so many of them, and there are so many things that pull us away, aren't there? That, a few years ago, I found myself like every time my stupid phone went ding, bong, whatever, I was like Pavlov's dog. Like, I got to pick it up. What is it? What is it? And most of the time, it was just unimportant stuff. So I took a drastic measure. I turned off notifications from social media. I took control. I said, I'm not going to let that little alert drive me. And it changed my life so much by just taking that measure of turning off notifications. Maybe someone's not ready for that drastic of a move. Set a sprint time. Give yourself an hour or two. Put your phone in do not disturb. You can even use, if you have, depending on your phone, I don't know Android phones, but I know on Apple phones, you can actually put a schedule that from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day, or Monday through Friday, you can change it. It will automatically turn your phone into do not disturb. And I think you can actually do it with location. I actually have a setting that I created in there called reading. So whenever I activate one of my reading apps, it automatically shuts off all notifications so that while I'm reading, I can give it my entire focus because it was important to me. Or in recording my podcast, there has been times where I start recording and my phone goes off because you can't control when the notifications, when somebody's going to comment on your post, when that email's coming in. So the best way I've found is to use the features of the phone to put it in either a reduced notification mode or a full do not disturb, so that I can have that dedicated time to focus on what I want to focus on. And in the real world, right? It's not just our digital world, it's our real world. We can set agreements with the people we share our life with. If we're married, we have children, have a day, have a time where you let them know, like, hey, I need this time. Before that, after that, I'd give you whatever you need. I'll make you breakfast, I'll help you with your homework, whatever. But during this time, please don't bother me. Let me focus on my work. And you can also use tools like, what is it? I forget the name. A Pomodoro timer, where you do focused work for like 45 minutes of the hour, and then 15 minutes is your break time. Get up, stretch your legs, get a snack, get a drink, make the coffee, whatever. It's really, really powerful to, you don't have to hit it hard all day. Set yourself those sprint times. I'm taking something from the agile scrum world. They have these sprints where they put very focused work for a period to get an objective. So put that in your own life, where you have this sprint time where turn the distractions off, establish agreements with the people around you, and that way you can focus on what you want to focus on, what you feel you need to do to move towards creating the life that you want. It's time for us all to stop operating on autopilot. And a lot of times in life, we're just operating in the past or the future. We're not in the present. It's not that we ignore those. Our past shaped us. Our future, if we're designing the future we want to think about it. We want to make future plans. We want to invest for the future, our time, our money, our knowledge, etc. But there's so much power in being here now in the present. And it's something that doesn't come so naturally, especially in this connected world, always on, right? I have people I work with that they're like, oh, I had to answer this message from my boss at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, what? That's crazy. But that's the world we live in. So give yourself the space. Give yourself the environment to design the life you want, to move towards your vision, your detailed and specific vision. Write it down, right? I've written it a few times. I've revamped it, updated it many times, of very specific details of what I want my life to look like. And I frequently go back and read it again and keep it top of mind, because, as we said, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's the latest news, there's the latest apps and tools, and what did such and such post on LinkedIn, etc. So as much as I would love to be talking to somebody else, I am looking at getting a co-host, though, because that way, I've got somebody to talk to and we can have a conversation, because sometimes I run out of ideas. I like to talk, but I run out of ideas just like anyone else. So if you're watching the replay, Dr. Arshad, thank you from Lahore. Yes, and it's Dr. Arshad. It's even more than just being goal oriented. It's, as I shared, it's about being. You know, who's that? What do you look like? What is that person? That version of you? 2 years in the future, 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future. What are they doing? Um, Send me a DM, Dr. Arshad. I've got somebody in mind already, but give me a DM and we'll talk. We'll connect and talk. Right? It's about, if you could go into the future and talk to that future version of yourself, what would they tell you? Right? You can practice this. Get centered, get quiet, get in a space that's undistracted, and close your eyes and just kind of imagine if you could time travel into the future. You choose, could be 5 years, etc. And if you could talk to that person, this ideal version of yourself that you want to be in that time, what would they tell you? What steps would they suggest that you do today? What would you embody? What do you need to embody right now to set you on that path? Um, Let me see if I can get this. I was reading this recently about let's see. Yeah, it's because I'm reading a really good book right now called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And he shared an activity about this, about, if you could travel into the future, or if that future you traveled back in time, you know, what would you learn? What could you learn? What could you gain from that? I can't find it. I need to make a note. That's the other thing I'm working on is organizing my thoughts. I've started using Notion as my second brain. It's very powerful, but it's a process. Let's see if I can find it. I did share the link as well. It's on screen and it's on the comments on LinkedIn. If you care to join the stage here with me, you don't have to put your camera on. I appreciate any contributions. I really miss the old LinkedIn audio events. Um, those were very flexible. This is a little more challenging. There's that extra step. But now I get to be here. You get to see me. All right. And I've just begun a new community that I'm building as well called REAL Mastery. So feel free to reach out because I've created a new community that I'm working on building that's a transformational community for high achievers who want to gain true confidence, deal with straight self-doubt, and achieve more in their life, business, and relationships. You're looking to move to that point of, I'll just say it, of becoming, having so much confidence in what you're doing and the path you're on that you can actually become unwithable. I can't say it. I can't say it. I believe it. I will see it. I've said it before, but to where everything outside of you can't shake you. Like the person on the highway who cuts you off, the person, that annoying coworker or whatever. None of it, it's all external. And we can't control that world, right? But we can control what goes on right here, right here. That's where we have our control. And real mastery is all about taking control of our mind, our heart, gaining coherence, and rising to our highest self. It includes what I call the Transformational Book Club, where currently we're going through nonviolent communication, and it's a powerful discussion. And I've got a 3-day challenge coming up really, really soon. It's a place where you can share your wins, your struggles, get some support from the community. It's brand new. It's a tiny baby just born. Love to have you. Right now, there's minimal amount of content, but it's growing. As I said, I will go ahead and share that on the comments. And I think at this point, if nobody wants to jump in and add to the conversation other than comments, I appreciate everybody, whether live or replay, who's joined me today. I am looking at possibly changing the timing because Miss Leslie Flowers, who hosts her own events on Mondays, has told me several times, that unfortunately our events overlap, so she's not usually able to join here, but she says, thank goodness for the replays. That is the benefit of this. Audio rooms were live only. There was no replays, but here we have the replays. So that's an advantage. If you can't join live, you can join the replay, catch the information, add your comments, add your thoughts. Please add your thoughts to the comments. I would love to hear from everyone, your thoughts on the topics from each Monday Mind Shift. As I said, I'm looking to have a co-host and possibly shift the timing, because between overlaps with other events that I also would like to join. So I'm looking at different options here. Anyway, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful Monday and an awesome week. Keep growing, keep showing up, keep crafting that detailed, specific vision that aligns with who you are, who you want to be. And your actions will take care of themselves. Thanks again. I'm Sean Michael, your inner potential activator. Have a great one. Bye-bye.